Hello, my friends. This is Dwight from Forest Glory 700 coming back at ya with another video. And this is really brief, but it's an observation that I have noted in my life and especially on my job in the transit field where I encounter people of all walks of life. And one of the things I've noted with people, this is specifically related to paying their fare when they board the vehicle, is people are forever making excuses as to why they cannot pay their fare or they lost their transfer or they're unable to pay, and it's always someone else's fault. And these excuses often speak to a greater dilemma or an issue in relationship to that individual because they're simply stating that it's not my fault. The blame is on an external factor, on someone else. And often these individuals, I would imagine, in their personal lives, are not at a point of success that maybe they'd like to be because they're simply making excuses. I'm a huge proponent of self accountability and self responsibility and taking accountability for yourself in all areas of life. When you have failed, you've failed. When you've fallen, you've fallen. But you have to look at the equation that I'm responsible for me. If you consider yourself to be an adult, then you have to assume the responsibilities of an adult and be responsible for yourself and accountable for yourself and for the choices and decisions that one makes. And it never ceases to some degree to amaze me how people will so easily appeal to some nonsensical excuse as to why they're not taking responsibility and accountability for themselves in the most trivial of all areas. And so I'm appealing to people, if you want to be taken seriously in life, if you want to be all that you can be, as the military says, you got to begin by taking responsibility for yourself. If you've lost your transfer, in the case of my work experience, you don't appeal to the operator that I lost my transfer. You pay your fare. Plain and simple. I'm not responsible for you losing your transfer. I'm not responsible for determining whether or not you're speaking the truth. That's not my responsibility. Come on in, sweetness. It's my daughter. I'm doing a really quick video here. That's not my concern. You lose your transfer, you pay your fare again. You don't appeal to, well, you need to believe me, honestly. You need to believe me because I had a transfer and I lost my transfer. No, you're an adult. You lose your transfer, you pay your fare. It's not up to me to determine whether or not you speak the truth. Ultimately, you should pay your fare. But you have people making all kinds of excuses as to why I should believe that they had a transfer that happened to be valid and that I should allow them on the vehicle. Then you have individuals that continuously make excuses for themselves and then blame everyone else for them not being successful or not being at a place where they ought to be. I've encountered countless transient people who have no fixed address, are probably homeless or in the shelters. They're to me probably a primary example of what you don't want to be in life because they're forever making excuses. Everyone else is to cow down and to bow down to their plight in life. They've been just so victimized by the system, and their life experiences has been so traumatic that they have fallen on hard times. All that stuff is nonsense. Everyone has difficulties, everyone has a history, but you don't get ahead in life by making excuses. That's what it comes down to. So you want to be a success in life, you want people to respect you and view you as someone of worth, begin and maintain a lifestyle of self-accountability and self-responsibility. This is Dwight from Forest Glory saying, I'm out. Goodbye.